You could look in three different directions to figure out who wrecked Ole Miss's season in 2024 because they came basically one play three different times away from making the college football playoffs. Lost in the last play of the game in overtime to LSU, lost in the last minute to Florida, and this one.
Yeah, and it's been moving around. It was 10.5. It was 10 this week. I'm even seeing some 9.5s out there now. So it does look like the line is dropping, and I don't agree with that move. I like the situational setup here for Ole Miss for some of the reasons you mentioned, Mark. Revenge is often an overrated factor when handicapping, but I think it's a legit factor here. Ole Miss actually outgained every one of their opponents in total yardage last year. They could have very well been an undefeated team, and statistically, they were undefeated because they outstatted their opponents in every game, including that loss as a 15-point home favorite. And they didn't look great in that game, but they still outgained them. I still think they're the better team. And Lane Kiffin's not afraid to route teams when he can. So now that it's dropped below that T number of 10 to 9.5, I think there's some value. My 10,000 game simulation, by the way, has Ole Miss beating Kentucky by 10 points on average. So I think the number's where it should be, but I think the intrinsic factors that we're talking about add up to some value with Ole Miss. And Kentucky's offense struggled last week against a mediocre Toledo team. Defense looked okay, 24-16. But the offense is nowhere near Ole Miss. I think both defenses actually hold the edge in this game as well. So I wouldn't be opposed to leaning under as well. Unfortunately, it's dropped down to 50.5. So we're below that key number of 51 now. It opened at 52. So we have seen some sharp money on the under, a little bit of money on Kentucky. I don't agree with that move. I like Ole Miss. I like the under. And if that's the case, Kentucky team total under would make some sense as well. Unfortunately, though, it's around 20.5. Would have liked that key number of 21. I don't think we're going to get it. But Ole Miss under, I think, is the way to play this one on Saturday afternoon.
And as you mentioned, Steve, beyond the numbers, looking at the angle of the Lane Kiffin approach to coaching, especially against a team that knocked him out of the playoffs last year.